Okay, you motherfuckers, it's time to cry. And why are you gonna cry? Because I've got the 10 biggest losers in wrestling history. And I have a lot of fun in this video watching you people cry and tear up as I insult your favorite wrestlers. So get ready, because your favorite wrestler might be on the list. Number 1. Jeff Hardy. Now, let's be honest here. Jeff Hardy, excellent athlete. I was a big fan of Jeff until this man became the biggest drug addict in wrestling history. This guy's going to turn out like Jake Roberts. He has a daughter. And what does he do? Irresponsibly takes drugs. He's in a hallucinating state half the time. He makes horrible music. Jeff Hardy. The fans, you know, the true wrestling fans have all abandoned Jeff Hardy, like they should. Jeff Hardy has received, you know, multiple chances from WWE after multiple suspensions for drug usage. They even hired him back. You know, there you go. They hired him back even. Hey, we'll give you one more chance. And then what happened? He fucked up again. They make him champion. Yeah, Jeff, we're going to make you champion. You're going to make more money. And then what do? You fucking go on drugs again. I mean, like, you know, people go on drugs because they're unhappy in life. Usually they're depressed. When you're making millions of dollars and, you know, you're making money off of your shitty ass music and you're doing what you love to do. Yeah, you like making shitty ass music. That's what you like to do. You have no reason to be fucking depressed. Jeff Hardy still doesn't care. He just is recreational drug usage. Disgusting, pathetic loser. Now he's in TNA. He's champion now, but he doesn't really need that belt. I mean, you know, when you've been walking around with the WWE Championship, how are you gonna, like, relegate yourself to a fucking TNA world title? I know the TNA fans will say, oh, well, it's more prestigious than WWE. Fuck that. You know, the WWE title could be the opening match on every single pay-per-view and it'd still be worth more than that hunk of fucking junk right there. It's like fucking worth as much as my trash can outside, yeah. Then we got number 2 here. Matt Hardy. Ooh, a little continuity. Yeah, there you go. The Hardy Boys. Both of them fucking losers, but Matt Hardy might be an even bigger loser. Matt Hardy, I once said that he's the nicest wrestler of all time. I bought their autobiography, which they co-wrote, co-authored. I spoke to the man. He was nice. This was during 2003 when he was with the Mattitude, a great gimmick that never got off the ground. The guy has everything going for him in WWE, but he can never seem to crack the glass ceiling. They make him ECW champion, but, you know, that title wasn't worth shit. You know, he never got to the, you know, that popularity level of his brother Jeff. He couldn't perform at the level of Jeff Hardy. Jealous motherfucker. You know, known to be a crybaby. So what does he do? He leaves WWE. They're paying him a lot of money, but he fucking leaves to go to TNA where he's going to make less money. They promise him, hey, Matt, you're going to be champion. Yeah, come over here. We'll treat you just like Christian. Nope. Fucking fired because why? He's a fucking drug addict. This guy's taking coke. He's taking heroin. He's injecting himself with every foreign substance he can find, you know? I mean, my God. Just disgusting. And then to top it all off, what does this guy do? He posts a fake suicide video on YouTube, scaring everybody, and then he says, "Oh no, it's a joke." And you know why? Because the old Matt Hardy is dying, and the new one is born. The same drug addict Matt Hardy that was back then is still the one we have today. Loser. Number 3, John Cena. I mean, this goes without saying. This man single-handedly killed the WWE. Put in fucking horrible position of 2.5 ratings. I was behind John Cena, as I've said in videos. You know, during his rap gimmick, I was a big fan. I used to wear the wristbands, you know, and the t-shirt. Oh, I was a big Cena fan. Man, what a fucking loser I was in high school. Jesus. Fucking wish I could go back in time. Fucking loser. Fucking loser. But at least I ain't John Cena. John Cena just is the epitome of PG. Star Wars promos about people's, you know, doo-doo and whatever. Just talking about fucking nipples out there. Do I have to go on any more about John Cena and how much he's a fucking loser? He's a fucking lame ass. A fucking cheerleader for Ryback now. Relegated to the position of a fucking cheerleader. A position that's usually occupied by fucking faggot cheerleaders that want to be women, you know? Something that women usually do at sporting events, cheerleaders. John Cena wants to be a cheerleader. He's gay! He's gay! He's gay! Number 4. Vince Russo. Vince Russo, a genius in the 90s when he was with WWE, coming up with the greatest storylines probably of all time and penning some of the best segments of all time. You know, you could argue that the wrestlers were responsible. Vince McMahon was responsible for these great segments. But Vince Russo, it wasn't until he, you know, took the reins and you know, pretty much cleared out the whole creative team boardroom. That was, you could watch the PW Insider thing on YouTube. It wasn't until then that WWE started getting those big ratings, you know, getting the 8.0s and shit like that during the Attitude Era. But then, when he went to WCW, shut the fuck up, WCW, he fucked up totally. I mean, he said, you know, I don't have a challenge here in WWE. I want to go on to new challenges. I want to fix WCW. Yeah, he fixed them real good. He made him go out of fucking business. Anybody who is single-handedly responsible for driving a company out of business is a fucking loser. How do you take a whole company, they wasted like, I think, $100 million, I think even more. I think it was like close to a fucking $1 billion of Ted Turner's money that he was funneling into Vince Russo. He could bring in David Arquette to become fucking champion for one night, you know, so he could have a publicity stunt because no one was paying attention to WCW. All eyes were on WWF at the time. What the fuck, you know? It was the most absurd idea. Also hired a bunch of fucking worthless wrestlers. He got behind Evan Courageous. He wanted to push this guy to the top, but, you know, he was okay. No one understood what the fuck he was trying to do. Everyone was confused. He fucking cost a lot of people their reputations and careers. Made a whole bunch of fucking wrestlers look worthless. Had a lot of good wrestlers jobbing. He takes Booker T and turns him into an army guy. Brings back an old gimmick, G.I. Bro. What the fuck was this shit? What kind of fucking shit was he smoking? I mean, maybe Ted Turner was funneling in some fucking drugs along with that fucking money, because these ideas were fucked up beyond belief. I mean, I don't know, like, what state of mind you have to be to come up with this shit. Junkyard matches in junkyards. Fit Finlay in a junkyard. Then he almost ends his career because this fucking Nimrod puts him in a junkyard match. Like a sheet of metal like goes into his back. He gets like stabbed almost. Fucking ridiculous. Vince Russo, what a loser! And then he becomes a born-again Christian. Oh, you know, born-again Christians, this is like an out. You know, if you're a drug addict or an alcoholic, he became an alcoholic. Just become a Christian and it's all forgiven. Yeah, you ruined everybody's career. You put a lot of people on the unemployment line who were really talented and earned their spot through hard work. And you fucking shit on them. You insult people. And then you become a Christian. Halo. What the fuck? What a loser. Then you got number 5, MVP. This guy comes onto the scene in 2006. And I remember reading about him on Wikipedia. This guy kidnapped somebody. And they hired him. A fucking convict, an ex-con, gets out of prison, and they let him live his dream as a professional wrestler. Oh, isn't that cute? He fucking kidnapped somebody, and they're gonna give him a job with the company. Are they fucking stupid? How do they know that he's not gonna fucking do it again? I mean, what kind of state of mind does a person have to be in to kidnap somebody and hold them for ransom like MVP, this fucking ghetto-ass criminal motherfucker? And not only that, he wasn't even good. They push him into a feud with Chris Benoit. Everybody has to carry his fucking ass. Matt Hardy having to carry him. They put him in a tag team. He's injury prone, getting injured after time. And this guy who stays with the company for like 4 fucking years. And they don't want to admit that, hey, you know what, this fucking kidnapper's no good. He botches at WrestleMania. He makes Shelton Benjamin botch in an epic ladder match, like deducting from the quality of the match, because he can't fucking do anything in the ring. And they stay behind him. They had the nerve to call him MVP. And, you know, they make this storyline like, ooh, he's like the biggest star coming in there. And, you know, he wasn't anything because no one was getting behind him. Number 6, Santino Marella. Now, to be honest, Santino was always a sucky-ass wrestler. But, you know, when they first brought him onto the scene, he was a heel. He was funny. He started a feud with Stone Cold, started making fun of Stone Cold's movie. He was entertaining. It was a good character for him. Then PG came and then fucked him up the ass. And then you got him with a fucking sock puppet on his hand. I mean, do I have to go any further with this? A man, you know, a lot of people like to say, oh, you know, oh, Mick Foley had a sock on his hand. Not the same fucking thing. That's because Mankind was fucking psychotic motherfucker. This Santino is he's a good babyface wrestler who talks to his sock and likes the kitties. How cute. How fucking stupid. Number 7, Randy Orton. Randy Orton started off getting injured. What an omen for his career. This man is broken like his fucking arm. They start off with, you know, stealing a gimmick from the 80s. Bob Orton's arm in the sling. Oh, let's put his son in the sling. So they milked the injury like Orton was doing, the original Orton. And no one was getting behind him. So they had to throw him in a group with Triple H. And Randy Orton is chin-locking people through like these 30-minute matches. People on the internet are saying, oh, this is a classic. You know, even before the PG era, you still had dumbass motherfuckers. They might have not been PG motherfuckers, but they were dumbass motherfuckers. You always have stupid-ass wrestling fans, stupid-ass WWE Mark fans that will get behind any fucking bullshit that WWE shoots at its fucking ass. And Randy Orton was a prime example of that. Even before PG, you could say, oh, it's the PG era that's making everybody stupid. No, they've always been. I was on the message boards. Before you can make videos on the internet, I was on the fucking boards. People were like fucking jacking off to Orton. And, you know, I was the one who was saying, this guy's shitty. I don't like him. All he is about chin locks. And, you know, everybody would fucking flame me at the time. Yeah, you know, I was real cool. Message board guy. Ha! You know what I mean? Orton. And then, you know, he became a little bit more entertaining with Rated RKO because, you know, Edge was carrying him. You know, Edge carried him to a good match on Raw. But then he was on his own and then he became boring. I am Randy Orton. And he would cut the same promo to this day. Then, what the fuck was it? WrestleMania 25? Was it? Yeah, it was 25. Orton versus Triple H, and one of the most boring fucking matches I've ever seen in my fucking life. A boring, shitty brawl that looked fucking phony and fake. You had a guy with a bad knee, a knee that's hanging by fucking wires, versus the most boring fucking motherfucker you ever seen in your life. What a fucking epic match it was, fellas. Ah, great match. Everybody fucking singing the praises of this fucking horrible WrestleMania match. I mean, oh God, what a bad match it was. Loser, what a fucking loser. And they've already caught him twice with steroids, 3 times. One more time, or one time, motherfucker, and you're out for good. And I hope it happens. Number 8, Matt Morgan. Back when Matt Morgan burst onto the scene, you know, he came in with like Nathan Jones and a bunch of other talentless fucks. They put him in a Survivor Series match. Then they put him as some stuttering gimmick. No one's reacting to this. He's just stuttering all over the place and beating jobbers. Then they fucking take him and put him with Carlito. And then they just said, fuck it, because he sucks. And they fired his fucking ass. Then he resurfaces in TNA. And people are singing the praises of this guy. They didn't care about him in WWE. But then all of a sudden they liked him in TNA. He's still the same boring fuck. They're like, oh, he's pretty talented for a big man. No, he sucks just like most of the big men do. You know, like Nathan Jones or Big Show. Fucking horrible ass wrestler. Horrible. Botchy. All he does is fucking clotheslines and, you know, like elbows in the corner. Just trying to be like Kevin Nash, basically. You know, the big, you know, the template for a big man wrestler. Just doing the same fucking shit. Big boots and clotheslines. Ah, fucking sucks. People are screaming for him to be TNA champion. Hogan says the truth on the last episode of Impact, saying that he's got no personality, no charisma, can't cut a promo for shit. There you go. Fucking sucks, and they said it right there on the show. Number 9, Chris Masters. He falls right into the category with Matt Morgan. Except people are singing his praises from the very start. Oh, this guy's got a great body. So sexy. Ooh, I want to touch him and oil him up. Oh my God. So sexy. Forget about Candice Michelle. I'm going to jack off to this guy. Oh yeah. I mean, Chris Masters. They fucking had him like throughout 2005. All he's doing is putting people in full Nelsons. A fucking lame ass move. No one's able to break this move. Booker T breaks it in some battle royal, but they don't count it or something. And, you know, I remember everybody saying, oh, you know, he's undefeated in Master Lock Challenge. I'm like, Booker T broke that fucking shit in the fucking battle royal, like at WrestleMania 21. And everybody's like, oh, it doesn't count, or he didn't put it on the hallway. Fucking Booker T broke it. They fucked up, and he, you know, Booker T was the person who was the first one to break that move. Then they realized, oh, maybe we should give him a test for steroids. Like, you didn't fucking think that from the start? That this motherfucker's on roids? I mean, his arms are fucking gigantic. His shoulders have shoulders growing on top of them. Nah, he's not on steroids. They let him go for a whole fucking year. And then they bring him back. And then this guy is like fucking, he like loses like fucking 50 pounds, and even DX make fun of him. And then they fucking fire his ass like they should have done from day one, not even hire him to begin with. Then they bring him back, they do fucking nothing with him, and they fire him again. Good move that time. Should have done that right from the start. What a waste of fucking time. Can't believe they even put this guy in an elimination chamber. But then they will put Santino in an elimination chamber, so what the fuck am I talking about? Number 10, Ryback. Skip Shitfield. Whatever you want to call him. So let's start from the top. I've already done a lot of videos on him, so I ain't going to waste much time. Going to wrap this video up quick. So this guy comes in NXT. No one gives a shit about him. No crowd reaction. Horrible fucking wrestler. He's in Nexus. No one gives a shit. He's like the least popular guy in there. It's all about, you know, mainly Barrett and Gabriel and Daniel Bryan. So Sheffield's in there, and then they get sick of him and they get rid of him. Then they bring him back in FCW, and then they give him a Goldberg fucking gimmick. He comes out, starts beating up jobbers for months. No one's getting behind him. All he's getting is Goldberg chants. Everybody sees the obvious similarities between him and Goldberg. It's a fucking ripoff. No matter what you say, it's a Goldberg ripoff. Then they book him in a match with CM Punk for Hell in a Cell. Then they put a video up of him fucking botching against Heyman, and he botches on the Raw in front of everybody. Then he botches again in the house show. WWE takes the video down. And now we're here today in 2012 where we're going to have a shitty fucking pay-per-view that no one's ever going to order. So there you go. Fucking loser-ass Ryback. So there you go. 10 fucking losers, and boy are these people fucking losers. They don't deserve to fucking work in any company. They all fucking suck. You know, some of them are decent, like the Hardy Boys at one time or another. But you know what? It ain't even worth it anymore. Losers! 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 Losers!